Welcome, hola, bienvenido, bonjour, or whatever, subtitles, right? But welcome to the Nick Nice Show. I'm your host, Nick Nice. We have an amazing episode lined up for you today. If you're new to the Nick Nice Show, we bring you the nicest when it comes to music, entertainment, and politics. Speaking of politics, as well as the issues we face, we have Catherine Bernard joining us for this week's Nice Interviews. Of course, we have the 3 nicest music videos in the game right now with the Nice 3, and then we end the show with Said Nicely. But first, we start with the Nice List.
Freelance journalist James Foley has been killed by members of the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, or ISIS. Foley disappeared in northwest Syria on Thanksgiving Day 2012.
It seems like things are heading in the wrong direction in Iraq last week when ISIS released a video of the beheading of American journalist James Foley. Looks like former President Bush was right when during a speech in 2006 he said, "If we leave Iraq before the job is done, it will create a terrorist state in the heart of the Middle East with the capacity to fund its activities because of oil reserves in Iraq." That seems to be exactly what's going on when Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel said ISIS is beyond anything he has seen. In other words, ISIS is no joke. The question now is, after seeing what happened to James Foley, will President Obama get more involved than the bombs over Baghdad approach that we're currently on? To be honest, I think Obama has dropped the ball in Iraq. While I applaud the fact that the war has ended there, more could have been done to ensure that ISIS wouldn't be what they are today. In other words, he could have gotten ahead of this problem, but that wasn't the case. I know it's going to be tough to figure out what to do in Iraq, and I know folks are upset with what happened to James Foley. I just hope before we make a rash decision, cooler heads prevail. Speaking of cooler heads prevailing, I know by now most of you have heard, seen, shared, and even challenged others regarding the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Now, I know it's for a good cause, and I applaud the campaign as it's clearly raised money and awareness. I do, however, have a problem with how easily folks fall for trends like these. Before, this was like the Fire Challenge, and a host of others, and some that seem dumb and dangerous. And even worse, what I'm noticing for some is that a lot of these challenges are done by folks looking for attention, wanting to be a part of something cool. Look at me, with the cause or the purpose being nothing more than a footnote. I guess the thing that bothers me is that other trends don't catch on as much. Like, wouldn't it be great if we could do like a take your ass and vote challenge? Or how about read the Constitution challenge? Or let's get involved in our communities and volunteer challenge? In light of everything going on, I guess it would just be nice if we could all challenge each other to be better people, better citizens, and better human beings, because if we don't, we'll be more likely to see a cure for ALS than we are ever seeing America be great again.
Thank you, 13-year-old female pitcher Monet Davis, for being the breakout star of the Little League World Series and showing the world that throwing like a girl can actually be a good thing.
Speaking of being great, shout out to Monet Davis, who was the talk of the Little League World Series last week. What was so cool about the story was seeing a little girl do so well in a sport dominated by boys, as well as seeing young black kids play baseball, hoping that can lead to a resurgence of interest in the black community. And on a personal note, with all that's going on in the news about our kids and the dangers they face, it was really good seeing kids just be kids. The other thing that I thought was really cool was how composed she was, despite the attention she handled herself with the maturity that many athletes twice her age have yet to exhibit. See LeGarrette Blount and Le'Veon Bell. Now, there was some backlash as folks were concerned about the attention she was getting, and I understand that to a certain extent. Only thing I will say that I wasn't worried at all, because when it came to Monet Davis doing what she loves, and being mature beyond her years, I knew she wouldn't strike out. In fact, I figured she'd hit it out the park, and that's exactly what she did. I get the feeling we'll see Miss Monet Davis again.
We actually found out that Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey are actually knee-deep in a divorce settlement, and that they've been separated since May.
And finally, we have heartbreaking news that Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon are splitting up. See what I did there? Anyways, it seems like every week we hear news of another celebrity couple breaking up. Oh wait, it has been every week. Anyway, Nick Cannon confirmed they're living separately, and some are saying that the divorce is a done deal, which is sad. You know, when they first got together, I thought their relationship would last forever. You know, to me, it was like they belonged together. Maybe it was just all a fantasy. But anyways, rumors have it that Mariah got mad at Nick when he went on radio talking about the women that he smashed, including her, his wife. And to be honest, Nick Cannon, that was very lame. But because of that, and I'm sure other things, Mariah got all of her feelings or emotions, and that's when her dream lover turned into a nightmare. I guess it's true when they say all that glitters isn't gold. Anyways, Mariah, Mimi, if you're watching, if you need somebody to talk to, I'll be there. And at the end of the day, regardless of what happens, I want you to know you'll always be my baby. Anyways, don't go anywhere. We still have our interview with Catherine Bernard. You're watching The Nick Nice Show. We'll be right back after this.
The Nick Nice Show, sponsored by Audi of America. Truth in engineering.